everyone, good evening. My name is Sandra Esinamapenu and I'm here for business. Now, government has taken steps to secure financial and insurance cover to support national disasters across the country. This was after it signed an agreement with a specialized agency under the African Union in Accra today.
The Africa Risk Agency is expected to also provide the required financial guarantees to help de-risk the agri sectors and minimize impact of natural disasters on other sectors of the country. It would also help government develop early warning sectors in managing disasters. Speaking to Joy Business after signing the agreement, Deputy Finance Minister Kweku Kwarteng told Joy Business the move would help reduce costs of doing business in the country.
It makes doing business in our economy less risky, which has implications for the price of the facilities that we take. But perhaps more importantly, it signals to investors, not just financial investors, but people who like to locate their investments here.
Board chairman of the Africa Risk Capacity, Mohamed Biavugui, talked about how this deal would also help improve investments into the agricultural sector.
This is now the permission to allow us to spend money here, combine our resources with those of the government in order to, as I said earlier, define that risk profile, get to a position where Ghana can decide exactly what are the nitty-gritties about protecting the country against drought. This time we are starting with drought.
The National Disaster Management Organization, NATMO, also indicates that the agreement would help reduce the turnaround time for responding to national disasters. Eric Nanajman Prempeh is Director General of the organization.
We are a growing economy. We don't have enough financial resources, and that is the main reason why our response has always been challenged. But with insurance, the moment you have insurance, your response will be accurate at all times. That is why we are hooking up into this ARC thing.
The Africa Capacity Risk over the years has already helped other African countries to effectively deal with national disasters. The deal will also help strengthen their disaster risk management system and access rapid and predictable financing when disaster strikes to protect the food security and livelihoods of the vulnerable population.
Management of Dako Farms in the Ashanti region has revealed plans to revamp operations to regain its spot as the leading producer of poultry products in the country. This, it says, will boost the consumption of locally produced poultry products. The company made this known when participants of the Cosmos Innovation Agritech Challenge made a stopover at the factory in Kumasi.
It started as an egg production company in 1967 and gradually introduced the rearing and processing of poultry as well as the production of poultry feed. However, due to some challenges including unfair competition from imported frozen chicken, the company was forced to reduce production.
Had some few challenges due to policy issues and then economic issues. That is where we are.
General Manager of the company, Augustine Kuda, explains the company is now ready to move beyond its past challenges and improve the consumption of local birds. He added that the company would soon install new machinery that will enable it to slaughter 20,000 birds in a day.
Our unit cost tend to be very high. So right now, as part of our new strategy, is to produce about 20,000 birds a day. Our growth strategy is just to make sure that we bring down as much as possible our cost of production.
Mr. Kuda added that as part of its involvement under the One District, One Factory program, the company is ready to offer training programs to farmers and entrepreneurs interested in poultry production.
It has been our DNA to train people who really want to go into poultry, and I would like to encourage the upcoming ones who really are interested in poultry to count on Dako Farms. Come up, we are willing.
Government spends an average of $150 million on the importation of frozen chicken annually, which represents 75% of chicken consumed locally. Karen Dodo's report for Joy Business.
To other stories now, China Fujian fishing facility where some 14 cartons of tilapia died under mysterious circumstances has been shut down by the Environmental Protection Agency. This was after an investigation has revealed the farm failed to abide by EPA's regulations. There's more in this report.
Environmental Protection Agency EPA has revoked the environmental permit of the China Fujian Fishing Limited. The EPA says investigations indicate the Chinese firm failed to comply with conditions of the agency's environmental permit in accordance with Regulation 26 of the Environmental Assessment Regulations. This finding by the EPA somewhat contradicts an earlier statement by the Minister of Fisheries and Agriculture, Elizabeth Afolikwe, who told Joy Business the main cause of the fish deaths were the rise in river temperature and the opening of the Bagri Dam.
Suspected to have been some lack of oxygen because of the opening of the Bagri Dam. Some water gushed into the Volta Lake, and it brought down the levels of oxygen within the Volta Lake. And some farms that were not properly managed, because these farms, the cages were so close together, they were so packed, that in the least occurrence, there could be loss of oxygen within the environment that could also cause the fish kills. So these were some of the reasons that were raised. And then also this year we are thinking of, because of the misuse of antibiotics, we suspected bacterial infection on the Volta Lake, and we want to vaccinate. We do a mass vaccination. Some farms are already doing vaccination of the fish.
The EPA has therefore directed the company to cease production with immediate effect, evacuate and destroy all strains of tilapia at the facility by March 8, 2019.
All right, so that's all for business with me for now. But